Vincent. You drift off to sleep after that tumultuous day, that horrifying imagery sedated by a chance to unwind with your loved ones. You see multitudes of eyes, mounds of flesh, and voices like biting winter, but also warm laughter, mutual reassurance, and nostalgia for the salted breeze of Cineath. They all coalesce in your mind, replaying in your head until you finally feel sleep take hold of you. You feel the warm, humid cot you lay upon suddenly turn frigid. The hard surface of the concrete below turn jagged, and your eyes open to an expansive room of jagged crimson. Your breath comes out in clouds, completely visible, your body shivering and exposed. And the fear sets in as you are not alone in this space. Sat upon a throne of that same crystalline ice, on the other side of this chamber, you see a figure. Tall, muscular. The skin is a deep purpling red. They wear silky robes that hang loose on their body, their neck adorned in sparkling jewelry. From their head flows long waves of dark hair, and protruding from that hair, curved horns that twist like a ram's. Embers sit in their eyes, piercing orange, staring right through you. So glad you could make it, Vincent.
Where the fuck am I?
Somewhere where we can talk, face to face, one last time. Astera's voice carries frustration and resignation almost, as he lazily sits upon his throne. So, Vincent, what are you doing?
Am I laying on the ground still?
You can stand up if you'd like. You feel like you do have control over your body in this space.
Do I have anything on me?
None of your gear is currently on you. The clothes on your back and your amulet are all that you have.
Okay. You motherfucker. What do you want from me?
That's right. Let it all out.
Why did you bring me here? Quickly.
I see you got places to be then. Fine. I'll make this quick. I thought I wanted something because so many of the peers I surround myself with now told me that the best way to do things is the way they do things, the way that they manipulate and they pull and they gaslight and they pull everything together until eventually it all coalesces into one big plan. And that shit didn't work for me.
Enough shit, Sherlock.
And I'm starting to think that, maybe I've been going about this the wrong way the whole time. Trying to make fey deals and contracts. Trying to twist your words and your thoughts to try and push you down that fateful path. And yet, you're so stubborn. Now, I think I'm done doing things the way the Fae do them. I think I'd rather try things my way from now on.
You're not Fae, are you?
Good assessment. Wonder what gave it away.
The decor?
Perhaps.
A bit tacky.
Thank you. I just wanted to give you fair warning. Vincent. Up until now, I've been quite cordial. Doing things purely through words and manipulations, limiting my power by trying to be in your head 24/7. But I think I'm done with that. You see, a fae finds satisfaction in conquest through quick wit and words. That's not how I was taught to deal with my problems. The Abyss provides much more practical methods that allow you to survive in a world where you can be torn limb from limb for all eternity when you cross the wrong being. I'm tired of trying to manipulate you. I'd rather just do it myself.
You need me.
In a sense, yes.
So now you're getting desperate? It seems.
Right on the first part, wrong on the second. You see, I'm going to get what I want from this. And even if it's not in the ways of the Court of Summer, results are results. So, you're going to get what you want right now. I'm going to be out of your head from here on out. You won't hear a word from me, but I'll still be there. In the swing of every sword towards your throat, and every spell thrown at you. If you're not going to take my power, the people who want to kill you will. And this time, I don't care about manipulating you into hurting your friends or turning you against each other. No, I'd rather just get violent and do it myself.
You're so dedicated to keeping me alive. Why are you now trying to kill me? What's the goal?
The goal was the same both ways. I'm sure you realized. It's just a little messier this way. Doesn't fit within the pretty little margins of my storybook.
How did you find me? You're new.
I've been here the whole time.
How long is the whole time?
Since you broke into that little showroom. Stared right into that amulet. Stole it from a lord. Whole business. I was watching, not present. But now, once things started to get interesting, once I saw you cross between the planes, when I thought that maybe I'd found a protagonist for my little story, that's when I wanted to take charge. Little did I know how annoying it would all be.
Do you want this? And I hold up the amulet. Is that the goal?
No. I don't want that.
Does it have to do with what's inside of it? Who's inside of it?
You already know the answer to that one.
I just don't know how. How are you connected to them?
I'll give you a little hint. Review the story that they told you all those months ago. Or maybe, better yet, from here on out I won't have to suppress them anymore, so you can ask them yourself.
So that was you.
Bingo.
God, I want to punch you so bad right now.
Come and try. You're right there, aren't you? Listen, I want to make our goodbye brief, but just to set you on the right path, where do you think the Swords of Fortune got the damn amulet?
Frankly, none of my business.
Yeah, well, better figure out soon, because it's about to become your business.
Don't think you've done me a favor.
No.
Or that you've gained my grace.
No, I prefer it this way. I'd rather we just do things the old-fashioned way. And I will hunt you and your friends down till the end of your days.
I think it's the other way around.
Excited to see it.
From the bottom of my heart, fuck you.
Yes. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Can we put that in there? I don't know. Why did you make him hot? No.
So, as Astera says these final words, you see his hand outstretch. These long claws just twirl as you feel your consciousness fade. And you do not dream that night, but the ice dissipates. You all awake in the morning, Ladara, hearing what you had heard the night before about Sole Judicium and Vincent awaking after a turbulent dream and meeting with Astera. But as you all awake, what are you all doing?
We're all just like in our little cot room.
Yeah, basically everyone's there at this point.
Is everyone awake?
Yeah.
Some people earlier than others. DeVille is sleeping in with you. Renee's still in his hospital bed.
Oh, his little hospital gown.
Little hospital gown.
Little baby, his little hospital bed.
Little baby.
Probably Auna's up by now. Astrid and Wolfgang are not there. The family is... Selk is up. Pretty much most people are up. Probably Archie is the only one still like... in his
Archie.
hospital cot. Whichever. So, it's up to you all.
Azram would wake up, but he wouldn't get up. He'd feel like they have to drag me out of bed.
DeVille's sort of holding on to you. Just feeling you move does the thing where he just kind of pulls you in so that just in case you're just not moving, but he's still very much asleep.
5 more minutes.
You see his hand reach out and just like tap your hair, like pat your hair, basically. He has to like fumble across your face a little bit, just like slap, slap, hair, pet, like pretty much.
Is anyone awake?
No.
Okay, well, that's obviously a lie. But
I want to make a deception check.
against me?
He's making a deception check. Then you want to make
Okay,
one.
make a deception check.
Make an insight check.
What did you get? What am I rolling for?
Insight.
Okay, I have my number.
21.
26. Oh my god.
Yeah, Azram's awake.
Ladara's not fucking dumb. She's like, Azram, I'm not a fucking idiot.
Oh, really? I'm asleep.
I'm gonna go get breakfast.
Yeah, Ladara, you stand up from your cot, and as you kind of are getting your energy up and trying to like perceive the world around you straight out of sleep, you kind of pull the curtains open a little bit and you can see that there's like a whirlwind of activity in this main room with Astrid rushing around and making notes and taking things and starting to pack things up while Wolfgang's also helping her, etc.
I'm gonna peek back into the room with all the cots so everyone's sleeping and be like, also, you should probably get up soon. I need to talk to you guys about something.
You always need to talk to us about something.
I could keep this one to myself if you'd like. But, you decide. And I head out, and I will go to Astrid and be like, is everything all right?
Oh, good. You're up. Yes and no. Yes and no. Good parts, bad parts.
Okay.
We're trying to figure it out. Our schedule's been updated a little bit. We're leaving soon.
Like, how soon?
Like end of today if we can, or tomorrow morning.
Did something happen?
Yes and no. Yes and yes. Something is happening. Is in the process of happening currently. I've talked with Jarl Axel and Rowan. They said that with the help of everyone in this Undercity, the vessel should be complete by later today. It's been a long progress, but hey, thank God. But we can't stay in Wheldon for much longer.
Is this something that I should be concerned about? Should
Yes.
I? Okay. Well,
Okay.
can I know what happened?
Okay, so sit down for a moment. This is gonna take a second.
All right. Be like, Azram, Vincent, you might want to come out for this one.
Vincent's been sitting up in his cot, kind of staring at his hands, and then at one point he gets out his notebook and starts writing down some things from his dream, so he doesn't forget. Because when you wake up from a dream, it just
Yeah.
all starts going away.
I'll say that this one is a little bit more burned
Oh,
into
yeah,
there
but
than your
still.
average dream.
Still, he's kind of, his hands are shaking a little bit. What was happening? Is something wrong?
Maybe please come out.
Okay, all right. And he'll pack up and come out.
Azram will come out in his pajamas.
That's fine.
Nice. Well,
At least he's out.
what do those look like? Just squint my eyes.
He'd probably just wear like honestly he'd
Do
probably
we have like a change of clothes here?
honestly no, he'd probably just wear like boxers to bed. He's probably just walking
Oh
out.
my
It's like,
God.
Oh,
well,
Do they have little
right.
hearts
glad
on
you
them?
could join us for the meeting there.
They're like-
Jesus,
Like-
Azram.
Cat themed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, as
Cat
you get up, Azram Devil's kind of like
boxers.
hands are just like, no. He falls back to sleep, like flailing towards you. But you all come back out, and Astrid's like, okay, good. Won't have to explain this too many times because a little busy today. But yes, we sent a messenger out. We sent a bunch of messengers out whenever we could. Most of them got chomped up by one of those big bird things up there pretty
I
much
saw
every
that.
time. Yeah, not great. Not great for getting messages out. Not something that a lot of us have very good capability of doing. Here's the thing. We finally get one passed, get it to come back, and get back safely to Wolfgang. We have people in the Church of the Morning Lord. People that keep eyes on their movements, keep eyes on the movements of specifically one of the branches of the Church of Divine Healing, the authoritarian arm of that institution. We are not sure how this was so quickly arranged, but that branch of the church, in amassing of their paladins from a number of different cities and towns from within Onsir, are marching towards Wheldon.
Marching?
Are they?
Why would they want to come here?
Words from higher up the rank, reverberations, imply that they are going to invoke the right of Sole Judicium, which is a term that I'm not sure if any of you have heard about.
Sole G. What?
Soleil's son. Judicium is judgment.
Yes, the sun's judgment. It's only been invoked a handful of times in the nations, but if you've ever heard the story of the Battle of the First Bastion up past the mountains during the war in the north, there was a bright light that ended the war. And when it faded, the enemies of the nations were gone completely. Sole Judicium is what the church says that light was, except it doesn't really match up, if that makes sense. I've seen it invoked once in my lifetime. Tribes of people in the Godsworn Forest fighting against church influence, overpowering the paladins because of just pure prowess and knowledge. Sole Judicium was used to wipe them and their people off the map.
It's like a holy purge.
Yes. People describe it in different ways. Some people call it the sun crashing into Afra. Some people call it fire that envelops everything and everyone. Some people just call it a pillar of light that consumes everything in an area. All I know is that I've seen the crater that it left. If we don't get out soon, well, then it's going to be nothing. And us along with it.
How long do we have? How long are they out?
Wolfgang said that we have a few days, etc.
Jesus.
Okay, well, we can leave today, right? We've got everything.
What's the update on the subman?
The vessel is pretty much complete to move. There's some things that we can't fully do, like make it perfectly comfortable or add the ability for it to hold a lot of cargo, so a lot of people are going to have to just take the essentials with them. There's also the matter of defenses, which Jarlaxle was pretty adamant he wanted cannons, and there's no fucking cannons down here or up above that we can really use.
Gunpowder, anything?
Gunpowder, I mean, for factory work, yes, but there's no way to deploy it, so I would talk to him about that, but currently this vessel is going out there with no real protection. We just need to make it as far away from Wheldon as possible, intact. So I wish I'll sit down and tell you more about it when I have a chance, but I gotta get everyone ready to move. Like, I gotta get the word out amongst the people that they need to head down to the docks, get their things ready, and get ready to leave.
Do we have enough space for all the survivors?
We do. We sacrificed a lot of functionality, but Jarlaxle said it's something that can move straight forward, upriver. It can hold everybody. That's all it can do, apparently.
Bare minimum.
It's quite literally the bare minimum to get everyone out.
Not much of a subby man, huh?
He had a week to build something that could hold hundreds of
I
people.
mean, I can stay out of the boat and try to act as some sort of defense. I mean, I can swim.
You're gonna swim beside the boat the whole time we leave.
Maybe I can. Well, DeVille's horse is out there. Maybe DeVille and I can go take the horse and ride alongside the riverbank. Cast bolts of Eldritch Blast into the sky.
Well,
listen, it's an idea.
If we're under the water, I don't know what's gonna come try to get us from above. You
Or
know,
underneath.
What? Underneath?
You know, in the water.
Well, yeah, it's just a river, right? I mean, it went pretty far, but
It's pretty deep.
Listen, all of this great stuff, I can't organize this. If you want to talk about defense, the best person to talk to, you don't seem to have the best relationship with them, but Jarlaxle, you may just want to stop by and inquire. They may have something in mind. So, I don't know. But for now, we'll meet up again later on once we're getting ready, but tell everyone you see to get down to the docks with only their essentials, and make sure that you're ready to go by the time we're ready to set off.
all right.
With that, Astrid kind of nods, scoops up the rest of her belongings, like the map along the floor, or the table there. She ties it up and then shoves it into her backpack, and starts packing up the rest of the supplies. As Wolfgang is hulking, bringing 2 huge crates out through the door. You all are left to your devices, and I will tell you that this is your last day to prepare for whatever will happen when you leave Wheldon.
Nice.
So, this is a day that you can use to make things, to talk to people, to prepare things. You can come up with a plan if you want. I'll say that if you want to talk about defense, you may want to include Yarlaxle into that conversation because he may know better ways, etc., like that sort of thing. But other than that, it is completely up to you what you all do from here.
Anybody got any potions down here? Potions for sale?
Potions for sale.
Potions, maybe.
I have like 3.
I have
about
1. I just want like maybe one that's like a greater potion and maybe 1 regular if that's asking too much. I don't know.
If that's what you want to do, you can gather probably the ingredients. Probably no
Yeah.
one here makes potions like that or is that good at them, at least like not in such a last minute sense where they're all trying to gather stuff. But Ladara, if you want to roll a nature check for me, or it's just intelligence or nature, whichever's higher, or arcana, one of the 3.
They're all the same.
All the same. You may know the recipe for this.
17.
17. Yeah, you do know the recipe on how to make basic healing potions.
Wow.
So, Vincent, you may be able to find the ingredients from various people around town.
Cool.
And Ladara, you can spend some time to make a few healing potions
Sure.
to help the party out with those ingredients. But that is
How
currently
many?
your best way of acquiring them right now.
We'll do that. How many do you think we can acquire from that?
Make a persuasion check. This is persuading people to part with any like supplies that Ladara would tell you, like, this is the ingredients that you need.
21.
21. I'll roll a dice. You'd get the ingredients to make 4 health potions.
Oh, 4.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of basic herbs that a lot of people will like keep around or like have been growing for quite some time that they're just not going to be able to take with them on this journey. So there's a lot of people who are willing to be like, if it'll help, then yeah, go ahead, take the herbs, take my arm, take my leg. It's a little brother.
He's all I got left.
He's literally it.
Yeah, no, you can get the ingredients. So
Cool.
that'll be up to Ladara to put together, though.
Thanks, Ladara.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Hey, Ladara, you come do this?
She's like,
Vince's got a whole bunch of herbs in his hands. He's got like pots and plants and stuff. And he's like, so.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I can do something with that, I guess.
Thanks.
Yeah, of
I
course.
appreciate it.
Okay. Ladara and Azram. What are y'all doing?
I would probably round up a team of like Auda, DeVille, and go and see Yarlaxle, maybe Wolfgang. Just people who I think maybe could put 2 brain cells together and think of some sort of defense. Because I know that DeVille is
Vincent and
good
Ladara
at
are
like
okay.
Vincent's getting the potions and Ladara's making them, right?
Yeah. Very much.
Because I know that if it comes to like being in the water, Auda also doesn't have to breathe. And I know that DeVille's really good at like customizing things, because I know he mentioned the necklace and being able to fix that, so maybe he might be able to whip something up with the help of Yarlaxle.
Sure.
An interesting combination of people.
I know.
Bonnie might know things about guns,
Oh yeah,
gunpowder, and
maybe
stuff.
throw Bonnie in
Whole
there
squad.
too. Sorry, Christian, I'm just like adding to your
Go for it.
cast.
No. Okay. You gather as many of these people. Probably the only person that wouldn't really be able to do anything is Wolfgang. Wolfgang's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but he's like, just let me know what you say at the meeting and I'll put it to work. And then he makes his way through. But you make your way down to the sort of docks district, towards upriver, basically. Down here, you haven't been here with a lot of people. You've mostly been sticking a lot, like venturing into the Overcity when you can, or just helping around the planning area. But down here is a flurry of activity, like tons of people from different districts all working and like welding this ship together. And it's the first time that you've ever really seen this vessel. Let me find it here. It is an absolutely massive submersible structure made up of scrap metal. just from the Undercity. It's very patchwork, but looks pretty sturdy in its build. It takes up like a good amount of this dock area. Like it looks like they've actually had to just like work around it, push it out, or like completely demolish some of these wooden docks just to like get this afloat in the area itself. And like so it'll just barely fit through the passage to get out of Wheldon. Let me see what else here. And of course there are like these sort of loading bridges that are made of scrap metal as well, that people are loading like supplies onto, etc., just for the day of travel it's going to take, or the few days of travel it's going to take. So it looks great, it looks very cool, but also looks kind of thrown together because there was like a week to put together this massive feat of engineering. And across the side of it, you can see in this purplish paint, "The Salvation" is written on it. Towards the front, as you make your way towards, you can see that there's a little like shark's mouth and like nose and like eyes drawn on the front as well. And your Axel is there directing people. She's like, no, don't. I need that plate welded not like that. No, you're messing it up. You'll kill everyone. Okay, you're good. And then sort of like very much just directing everything as you're approaching. He turns towards you and says, "Azaram and Deville Star Song." He says, "Oh yes, good to we met." And then Alex says, "Oh no, I've met you. I've met you a lot, but you don't know. You didn't know it was me. Like, just not at all." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I know of you. I guess this is Jarl Axel, I presume. I've heard of your exploits and your work in the in Bregan Death." He says, "Oh, so flattered. You know, glad to meet a fan." Oh, so yes, Astrid and Bonnie and Azram 2 and Azram 2 Deville. So I've been looking for you all, and I suppose you found me. So let's start with what you have to say first. What's going on?
I came down here to try to help with defense and also to figure out why the fuck this is so ugly. If you had paint, why didn't you just paint the whole thing?
Okay, well, we didn't have that much paint. So harsh. I mean, you just seen it. It's the salvation. It's gonna save everyone. I mean, it's a rush project too. I mean, I thought I did a pretty good job on this.
I mean, in the sense that we'll probably all get out alive. No water's gonna leak in, right? I might see I see a hole right there. I don't know.
Oh shit. Hey, patch that up. You on it? Okay, you're good. We're good. That's not gonna I mean, that's just one hole out of, out of nothing. It's all well secured.
So what do we need to add some defense to this? Is it strong enough? Is it near me? Can I like touch it?
Oh no, it's so large that like it's like a cruise ship, like literally you'd have to like walk across the walkway and then like put your hand on it to. But
is this gonna is it able to take a few punches if it needs to? What's our defense here? What's our offense? Do we have anything?
Astrid has told me that, if we're deep enough, then we won't have any trouble. Here's the problem. This thing can go under the surface, but it can't go extremely deep. We can't hit the bottom of the river because several reasons. Pressure differences. The river lure is quite deep. And if we scrape against something at the bottom of the river, I'm confident in my handiwork, but, I've got these lovely people helping me, but I don't know their qualifications. They all just volunteered to help, which I'm very thankful for. Very thankful for. Don't misquote me on that. but I'm afraid that it would get torn up. So, we have to stay somewhat so that we may still be visible from the river surface. We'll be right under, so that means we can try and get through, but punches, I don't know how many punches it can take, and that's why I advocated for maybe some, ballistas or some cannons, which is difficult when you're firing from underwater because it's a whole new thing, requires a lot of magic to work out, which we don't have either cannons, ballistas, or magic to work with in that case. So
I don't understand shit about
good.
boats or pressure. I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but I do kind of understand the scraping thing, so I'm on that page.
Yes. Love that. I'm so happy about that one.
So just let me know what you need me to do. If you need me to punch some motherfuckers, I can do that.
I have a backup, and that's the thing, is because usually with the people that are going to be boarding the ship, I would say, you know what, let's just go through and hope nothing fucking fires at us or drops some kind of... there's not really a lot of danger to run into that's conventional. I don't know if you know what a depth charge is. I've had to run into them a few times.
What could that possibly
It's a
be?
bomb that goes off underwater. I'd be very surprised if they could make something like that. But I'm just staying within the realm of possibility because 1% chance is still a chance.
Who are we? I thought there were just like some birds and shit out there. What are we fighting against?
Yes. You see, I have talked to my people, Yore and the other members of Brigand. They were up there for quite some time. It seems that the folks up there are getting kind of desperate, and the teams at the entrances of the Undercity have reported that they're skulking the vampiric, what's the word that I can say to them? Citizens of the Overcity. They're skulking around the entrances, and they look like they know there's a lot of food down here, but they can't get it for some reason. And so, my theory, which I've told to many people, and many people are just optimistic, or they've told me that, well, there's nothing we can really do about that, so we just have to kind of do it, is that once we leave, and we're out of this area that seems to be protected, maybe is when they would try to make their move and peel off the top of the Salvation like a can opener to get the damn tuna. So,
Do you think that maybe we could form some sort of like distraction? Like maybe we can draw their attention elsewhere?
it could work.
Because I can make a distraction. I can make a scene.
I like that idea. I really do. I will also raise the question, and I think DeVille's about to cut me off here, and it says, yes, I am actually going to cut you off, because how are we going to get out of that distraction? Because if the thing is going upriver, that's the escape. I mean, we would be... I just feel like that we would be in more danger. We could do it, though.
I mean, a few of us would be in more danger for a lot of people who can't defend themselves to be in less danger. I can figure a way out. I'm sure. I'll think of something.
Bonnie cuts in. Bonnie cuts in and says, yeah, I mean, I know it's dangerous, but Azrim's right. Like,
Jesus Christ, this is why we need to be there.
Enablers.
This is why we need to be there.
I can't... If it means that the people of the Undercity get out, I'm fine with being the fighter and putting myself in a little bit of danger. And Bill says, okay, that's I get it, you know, you're all young, you're on top of the world, you know, that's all good, but let's sit back and think for a second. We don't want to get in a situation we can't get out of, and also two of our members are missing, several of our members are missing from this fight.
It can just be like me.
No, actually, now it's a hard no. At first, it was like a mini, like, oh, let's think about it. Now I'm not considering that option. And you're like, look at that. So that's what I was, basically what I was gonna say. A little less concerned about it, honestly. But I was at least gonna bring up the possibility that if you decide to do a distraction, it's up to you to get out. Can't really help you there because we're gonna be heading upriver. So, good luck if you're gonna do that. I do have something. It's not the most cunning option, but basically, since we're gonna be close to the surface anyways, I will be able to deploy what I like to call the defense platform.
What?
Yes, it's basically just going to be a platform that rises up that you can climb into, and then you're going to be on the surface of the water, and you can defend us from up there.
Okay.
So we have a fighting chance if we get attacked in the water, but
I can do that.
yeah, that's the thing. Is if you're going to go this route, I wasn't really asking. Is if we want to go, if you don't do the distraction or some other method to try and figure that out, then we're gonna need you all that are adventurers to head up on there and defend us until we can get far enough away from the city. Is there like a barrier? Is there a barrier that we can pass?
I have no idea. Deville, do you know?
Yes, there's some kind of barrier on the outside of the city. But once you cross a certain threshold is when everything gets fucked up. But there is a threshold. It's a good distance out, but it's not impossible for us to get to.
Okay. This sounds like we got this under control then.
Did
So
we
I will look into maybe possibly creating a distraction in a safe way, but if that doesn't work and you need me to get on top of the boat, I can do that.
Astrid, use your 2 brain cells, please.
So yeah, I fully down with it. Just let me know. Don't want to die here. All that good stuff. I trust you. Axel says with like a winced grin. Okay.
Good talk. You got Auna, anything to add here? You got any ideas?
I will do whatever anyone asks me to do.
And
As long as I kill something, I'm good.
I love that about you.
Thank you. Okay. My name is Auna, by the way. It is not also Azure.
Azure too.
Azure.
What if your name was Azure and my name was Auna? What if like they like mixed it up?
That would feel as though that would serve only to confuse us at this moment. But now I'm thinking about it. Alexa was just kind of saying like, okay, well, go think about it somewhere else. No offense.
Get out of your
Love
hair.
you all.
Get
Have
it.
fun.
Yeah, and work on this paint job going on.
Okay, I'll go get as much fucking paint. Someone get me more fucking paint.
Can we maybe paint it like blue?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it would blend in with the water, wouldn't it?
Someone get me some fucking blue paint. Let's go.
Yes, some brain cells at least.
Jarl Axel goes and it goes off. Azram, you were there with your defense crew. Deville, who is still like wide-eyed at both suggestions. Bonnie, who is pretty much like, I'll do whatever, but I like that idea. And then I like the idea of a distraction. And Auna, who is literally fucking no thoughts. Head fucking empty. But yes, you can go relay that to the others if you'd like.
Yep.
You all get together and you hear your 2 options.
A defense platform.
What?
Yeah.
Like out of the water, like a big old target, like, hey, look at me. What?
I mean, you don't have to be on the defense platform if you're scared.
I'm not scared. I think it's kind of maybe not a great idea.
Okay, then what else should we do? I had a
don't
whole
know.
defense meeting, and that was the best idea we came up with.
I mean, the distraction thing, I agree with Deville, is a bad idea.
I think the distraction would be effective.
Or I think it would get one of us killed.
Well, who's killable?
Me?
Pretty much all of us, yeah. I
Very
think-
much so, me?
I feel pretty killable a lot of the time. I know I'm pretty strong, but like that doesn't make me immortal, you know?
We're all killable.
We should get someone immortal.
Do we
Oh,
know
yeah, let me ring
anyone
him up.
who's immortal?
I don't know anyone who's.
If
immortal.
I die, just bring me back to life, right?
No, well, that's...
No, I'd rather not, actually. Well, I guess
The Dragon Balls. Make a wish.
if those are our two options, then I guess the defense platform it is. Is there any way to maybe cloak the damn thing so you can't see it? I don't know.
Yeah, we're trying to be like invisible, right?
stealthy.
I can't make myself invisible. I don't know how to do that.
Well, it was more like the whole ship, if we can.
Well, if I can't make myself invisible, how am I supposed to make the whole ship invisible?
Right? I just
Is
do
the
we know
ship
anyone else?
like? Is the ship like brightly colored? Like, what is it?
Right now, it's a little purple, actually, and it has a shark face on
oh
it.
my fucking god!
I'm sorry. It
But
has
I
a
did
what?
tell them to look into fixing that.
Look into.
Yes,
That-
I suggested maybe blue.
We're fucked. We're all
That's
fucked.
that's a good idea. We should probably think of
He said
anything
cannons. Cannons.
else.
We don't have cannons. Bonnie, do you know anything about guns? Do you know anything
I
about
mean,
that?
I have 2 guns.
Right.
And that is quite literally
That's-
where it
I
ends.
have. You know anything about?
I have
How-
one, but that's not helpful.
We have 3 whole guns.
Yeah, between all of us, we got 3 whole guns. And that's, I mean, if that's the equivalent of a cannon, then woo. There you go.
Well,
DeVille, do you have any ideas?
We can use tree trunks
Tree trunks?
so you know, you mean
and hollow them out. Use them as.
It's not, I mean, I don't know enough about cannons to really dispute that is the thing. I mean, it could work. We just don't have the materials to make a cannon in the amount of time we have left. And also, there's not really that many cannons up above either. I mean, this city was born way past any sort of war or anything. There's no need to defend it like a keep.
Well, here's another thought. This whole Undercity is being protected currently
Mm-hmm.
by some force, and I don't know if that force is something we could hone to get us out. If it's some
Yeah.
sentient being.
Let's find it and let's bring it with us.
All right.
I feel like we'd be disturbing the peace, but to be fair, what peace is there left here, anyways?
It seemed like it was divine in nature.
I mean, okay, well, the idea is good because if there is something protecting it, that means that the magic that's left on this place is pretty strong, covers a pretty wide area. It's not impossible to think that you could transfer that magic somewhere else, but we need to know where the source of it would be.
Exactly.
And I don't really have a lead on where there's magic is coming from that's protecting this place.
Do we?
When we were when we got dropped into the river, I did see something.
In the river?
Yes, underneath the whole structure, there was something down there sparkling.
Maybe the roots of that tree?
Perhaps.
If it's down there, then... then I guess there is that.
I can swim down there.
Teleport down there.
Well, we don't know what that looks like all the way down there. I mean,
Also, the pressure would crush you.
What are you guys talking about?
Well,
pressure.
so with water, water's has weight to
It's
it, and if you
dense.
go down, the water is on top of you.
And it's heavy.
Heavy water pressing
Crush.
down on you, and then have you ever
Smash.
been so
There's a-
deep that your ears start popping?
No,
Really?
Lucky.
Ever?
I don't swim down to the bottom of an ocean very often.
But, well,
there's a process that needs to happen in order to acclimate to that pressure. Your body needs to acclimate at certain levels in the water. The river lore goes quite deep. Very, very deep. But it's not impossible for us to get down there. And if you give me some time, I may be able to find a way to get all of you to go down there so that it's not just Azram going on his own.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. And then it just becomes a matter of figuring out what's down there and figuring out how to convince it to protect our giant shark submarine.
Does anybody here know anything about Umberly?
Everyone go ahead and roll religion for me. I'll have the other 3 there too. Holy shit.
Not good.
Natural 20.
Big fat 8 for me.
18.
6.
6. Surprisingly, Auda is rolled a natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh, crazy.
So, one of the 4 primordial gods, goddess of the water and the tempest, she very much represents, like, what's the best way to describe it? Force, if that makes sense.
All right. Well, if I had to guess, of all the gods I know, that this could be, my assumption is her.
That is a very good guess, especially on location. From what I learned of the gods, the western coasts of Afra were Umberly's domain, and it makes sense that on one of the largest rivers that perhaps she would be involved.
I just need to know what can convince her to help us.
Have we tried asking?
No. Do you want to?
Umberly,
Dear Umberly.
there's been some confusion
Here at Wiz.
Amen.
Umberly, hey, we want to get out. Will you protect us, please? How do you talk to gods normally?
Oh god, I have no idea.
Well,
Can I
on
try?
accident. Apparently.
I'm gonna try focusing really hard. I'm gonna really stretch my brain.
Big religion check.
Are there any, like... is there some sort of, like, ritual that you can do to contact...
Natural 1 minus 1.
That happened like 3 times.
You can see the veins bulging in Azram's forehead.
Azram,
He's like,
maybe you should stop doing that.
oh, hold on. Hey, calm down. It's all right.
Maybe breathe a
We're
little
good.
bit.
Breathe.
No, I thought I was getting a connection. I really felt it.
No, there
I
is
don't
no God
believe
here.
so. Heard.
I was going to say that it's difficult. It's something that my master talked about a lot, is that the gods are no longer connected with this world, except in tenuous, dying connections, is how he always talked about them. But in my travels, I've met many people that have claimed that there are holy sites in which they could talk to the gods.
Have we tried going to the tree?
Well, what's left of it, I think, is under the river.
All of it?
I'm not sure. Does anyone around here know of anything that could be like remnants of the tree?
I think that if you were asking anyone, Astrid would be the best.
That's right.
Astrid seems the most versed in that sort of thing.
Astrid.
I'll roll. She 19.
Ooh.
You called? Just kidding.
That was what the roll was
It's
for.
literally luck. I'll just roll as luck. It's basically that a few minutes later, Astrid kind of walks in, still packing up some things, as you sort of call out, Huh? What's going on?
We're trying to contact God. So, do
What?
you know
What? What's going on?
desperate times and all that? Do you know if there's like any place around here that could be maybe some sort of like hotspot to talk to? Maybe like Umberly. I don't know. Maybe like the tree or remnants of it or something like that. Maybe a temple or a shrine or something. I don't know.
I do know of one place. It's where we're heading to. It's where I communicate with Umberly. It's the temple that the
But
Unheard.
that's not here.
I mean, this used to be a place that I would assume is one of her holy spots. Hot spots, as you would call it. I mean, this is one of the sites of one of the Vondric trees. My thought about it is that when I connect with Umberly, I'm usually in contact with something that resonates with her divine realm fairly well. So back at the temple, there is a spot there that is very much resonates that same frequency.
Ah, I see.
If you could find any remnants of the tree, then I'm sure there is something there.
That's what we're
see,
trying
well,
to find.
Okay, that's the thing. Is
We
that
think it's
I think it's in the river, underneath the Undercity,
like really
like
far down.
like really far.
Which is why we were hoping that maybe something was still somehow saved up here. Maybe just something was preserved.
Like a single branch.
Even
A
a
twig.
leaf.
interesting? Okay.
Or if you knew exactly what pitch that frequency was on, maybe I could try to replicate it.
I think it was a C#4.
It's difficult to replicate it just because there are certain elements that have to be present, but I mean, your theory makes sense. In that tree, as much as the Ansirians tried to get rid of it and how most of it, once the Aquan left, were dead, I mean, doesn't mean they got rid of everything. The roots may still be there.
That's what we're thinking.
It might take a little bit more, but I think that's your best lead.
It's just that we don't know how we're gonna get down there. None of us can swim that far. That's why we needed
Oh, is it a problem of breathing?
and pressure.
Give me a second.
Okay.
All right. Everyone who wants to swim, gather around. Who cannot swim here?
Ladara.
Okay, you're going to get something a little extra special here. So give me 1 second. Gather
been
close, gather
flirting.
close. Astrid takes 10 minutes, begins to cast, pulling components out of her bag. You can see a number of herbs. Eventually, basically pulling what look to be these bright blue petals of flowers. Says, okay, everyone, this is going to sound sketchy. Put one of these on your tongue, please. Everyone gets one.
Azrim's like, okay,
Sweet.
Okay.
All right.
You consume this petal. You feel it move down. You feel it go down the wrong pipe
Oh no.
as you are. So it doesn't choke you, but you just feel that uncomfortable feeling. You feel your lungs expand out a little bit, just,
do we get gills?
and you feel your skin
Am I gonna be a merman?
replaced with gills.
Do I get the little
Oh
tail?
my God.
Can I choose the color of my tail? Can I be
All right.
sparkly?
Okay, so, and then,
Can I have mermaid powers?
okay, so,
Is this H2O?
Christian just ignoring me.
so swimming people, you can now breathe underwater for 24 hours.
Holy shit.
Okay, I don't have to hold on to this one. That's fine. The next thing that is going to be kind of prominent is who can't swim.
Just
Me.
Ladara.
You can't swim.
I can't.
Okay, come here. I'm gonna have to focus on this one a little bit. You're gonna have an hour to do. Well, when you're ready to head out, tell me when you are. It'll only last for an hour, so I can't really waste any time with it. But you will be able to swim once the spell is over.
Do you want to do it now, everyone, or
Are we ready to jump
go
in?
Talk to a god.
Let's
yeah,
go.
honestly, let's just get it over with.
All right.
Let me.
We don't have time. Don't we have to part out like tonight?
Yeah, pretty much. We gotta get this done.
All right, let's go then. Astrid, all of you are led. It's touching the gills now that reside on your throats, basically, as you are making your way towards the edge of the water. The water itself is still murky. Everyone give me a perception check.
21.
21. Okay.
29.
29.
Lord.
6.
As
So
you
it's okay, bud.
As you both are looking in the water of the Undercity, past a certain depth, as you were looking down, isn't as murky. But the surface water is a little grimy always. You get a sense because a lot of the factories that provide a lot of energy and, resources to the top of Wheldon, like the Overcity, are down here, like a lot of its pollution. But there is a strange tint to the water that is, after your week down here, doesn't look especially normal.
Cool.
It's almost like a reddish tint, like a purplish red.
As we're just like, it looks so pretty.
Not entirely so, but you can just see that like there's way more of these streaks of purple and red in there. But Astrid walks up to you, Ladara, says, "Okay, so can't teach you how to swim, but I can give you the basic direction. I'm just going to make things easier for you."
Okay.
So she pulls out her staff and sort of, you see this bluish light emanate from it that taps you on the forehead. And Ladar, you watch as your... Would you like to be a mermaid? or something with legs still?
I would like to be a mermaid.
Okay, then we'll do it this way. Ladara, you suddenly feel your legs start to give way
Oh, God.
as
My
you are like,
God.
whoa, and you kind of hit the ground a little bit as you watch Ladara's legs form into one tail fin.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I want to
Oh
be
my
a
God.
mermaid so bad.
Can I be a shark?
Oh my god.
Astrid's
fucking
rolling to
like
augment
Sora?
here to make this not concentration.
Okay, come on,
Okay.
girl.
So Astrid doesn't have to concentrate on the spell while she's doing other things. She's not coming with you, unfortunately, because she has a lot to do up here.
The other question, Astrid, do you have anything that maybe can produce some sort of light or help Azram see? Because it's gonna get dark, I think.
Let me roll this.
Yeah, Astrid do
I have to roll
everything.
like all this luck.
Ladara's
checks to
like
see if-
flopping around.
Yeah, Ladara's literally a fish
I-
on land. You can still breathe, but you're like, fuck, I have no walking anymore because I have a fin now.
This is scary.
You look kind of cool.
Do you
I want to be a shark.
Really? I can do that, I
I
guess.
just think I'd look kind of cool.
But then I'd be the only one who can't swim as fast.
I guess I won't be a shark then. We can't all be special little fish.
Just hold on to it a little bit. The plan of, maybe that's a good thing if you're trying to get out of somewhere really quickly, but it's fine.
Lights.
Light, yes. Roll luck. Hold on to this. I would like it back at some point.
Oh shit, okay. What is this?
You can add a drift globe to your inventory.
Whoa.
Right there. That will produce light for you and follow you around. And then once a day, you can use it to make a lot of light very quickly.
Holy shit. Small sphere of
It
fake
helped me out a
glass.
lot trying to get a lot of these people over into the Undercity. It was able to really help me against the vampires there. But
I'm gonna go ahead and give this to Azram since he kind of needs it more than I do. So you just say its command word, whatever that is, and then it'll glow.
What's its command word?
Flame on.
Abracadabra.
flame on. No, I'm just kidding. Firefly.
Firefly.
Blinks the light with this sort of neon greenish light.
How do I turn it off?
Firefly.
Firefly.
Off. As it just kind of hovers in the air behind you.
Okay, Google.
Alexa.
Alexa, turn the lights on.
Sorry to anyone's houses.
So, your team. Strings of Fate, DeVille, Bonnie, and Auna. You're all diving into the depths of the Undercity. Madara, how do you feel as you are now a mermaid?
I feel a little strange. Didn't know this was possible. But excited to learn.
Will she know how to swim after this, you think?
No. This is
Okay.
completely... I mean, the movement is technically the same, but the fin is going to make things like way easier for you.
Okay.
Just flap your fin, move
Flap
your
the fin,
arms
move
straight
the
forward
arms.
and back. Just push water behind you, basically.
Push the water, right?
You're going to do just fine. And you're not going to drown, at least unless you're down there for like
I
24
sure
hours.
hope
And
I
then,
don't.
yeah, then you might want to think about getting out of there. But
We should
otherwise...
maybe hop in. We got like 55 minutes left on
Yeah,
Madara's
you're
fin.
so right.
yeah,
Let's get in
so, off you go.
Oh,
Thanks.
God. If I die,
I'll
it was nice
roll-
knowing you.
I'll roll Adara off the dog. It's like, oh, gently.
Azram will cannonball into the river.
I will slowly dip my feet in and get my feet used to the temperature of the water.
Vincent, we have a time limit.
Yes, I know. Get in.
Everyone dives in. Auda's a little hesitant as well. Okay. And then dives into the water. And that's where we'll take a break.
Hi, I'm not Christian. I'm Kayla, and welcome to the break. I know you may be wondering, well, where is Christian? And Christian has actually given up his journey of DMing for us to chase the One Piece. That was a joke. I hope you're laughing right now. Haha. Awkward intros aside, thank you so much for listening to the episode. Episode 29 to be exact. So if you're here, thank you. That's a lot of time and episodes for you to consume. And I'm so happy that you've decided to listen and join this journey with us. So thanks. Now on to some announcements. If you haven't heard, last week we decided to start the Soft Pod Art Reel. Woo! If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can click onto it and you can see some of the lovely, beautiful, amazing art that we have found on the SoftPod tag on Twitter. So if you tweet hashtag SoftPod, I'm sorry, I recorded this like 5 times and I said SoftPad every single time. SoftPod, SOFPOD. Then we might see it and you might be able to be featured in our art reel. Or you can just go through the tag because it's kind of fun. I go in it a lot. My favorite thing is seeing people's live reactions to the show or people's theories. We have a lot of fun in the SoftPod tag. So check it out. If you're listening to this live, you probably got the memo that we have changed our posting time. We are now doing live premieres of the episode at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When we started the show, the afternoon posting time was the most convenient time for us, but unfortunately, as all of our schedules have gotten a little bit busier, we've had to push it back so that we can make sure that we put the time and love into each episode that we want. And because we just miss watching the live premieres with you guys, and it's really sad when one of us can't be there. In addition to changing our posting time, we decided to also try out a rewatch because we realized that there are a lot of people in different time zones or with different schedules, and we wanted as many people as possible to get the opportunity to watch it live and to experience the live chat. So we are trying out a live rewatch at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. If you can't make it to the episode, look out for these live rewatches because we really want it to work so that we can include as many people as possible. Or if you just wanted to watch the episode again with some new people, come on over and join the live rewatch this Saturday at 4 p.m. If you're listening to this not live and you want to join in on the fun of our live premieres, I recommend you join our Discord, which you can find in our link tree or in the description or somewhere. And if you can't find it, tag someone and they'll send you the link because we have live chats during all of the premieres of our episodes. And honestly, it's some of the highlights of my week. So if you want to join in on some of that fun and make some friends who like the podcast just as much as you, come join our Discord. Anyways, I think that's all the announcements we had. If I forgot something, then oops. Now onto the part of the break where I get to shout out some of our lovely patrons. We have Kess Caitlin, Neerja, Isela, Potter, Carrie, Mon, Orion Arthur, Carissa, and Mary. Thank you all so much for being patrons and supporting the show. If you want a more direct way to support the show and get some exclusive content, then think about joining our Patreon. We have a couple different tiers that all have different perks, and we post some fun stuff on there, like exclusive art, early access to soft talks, some bloopers, even warm-up questions when I remember what day of the week it is. So think about joining. It's a lot of fun. Now, onto the giveaway this week, supplied by our lovely sponsor, Dungeon Depths. To celebrate episode 30, we're giving away a jumbo Strings of Fate D20, measuring 35 millimeters face-to-face, themed after the Strings of Fate dice, dice tray, and dice vault we've given away previously. Entry will be open on the Strings of Fate social media, as always, and a winner will be drawn next Friday when episode 30 airs. Speaking of our amazing sponsor, Dungeon Depths supplies quality gaming supplies with character. You can check out their shop, shopdungeondepths.com, for all your gaming supply needs, like dice, dice trays, stickers, apparel. They also have softpod stickers and decals, in case that's something you're maybe interested in. Also, word on the street is that they're maybe going to have some jumbo D20s in their next restock. The date hasn't been announced yet, but keep an eye out for that. And if you use code SOFTPOD at checkout, you get 10% off. So go check it out. This episode is also sponsored by Roll20, a virtual tabletop for connecting your games no matter the distance. Thanks, Roll20. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe on all platforms wherever you get your podcasts, on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but if it is, go there. Also, follow our social media for updates on the show, like when our live rewatches are, or fun community things we're doing in the Discord. Also, share the show with your friends if they like Dungeons and Dragons or podcast, or they are just cool people who would like this show. Then tell them about it and tweet with the hashtag SoftPod to help get the word out about the show. It really helps and warms our hearts. So thanks. And now we've reached the end of the break. Thank you so much for sitting through the break with me, Michaela, not Christian. Maybe Christian will come back, or maybe I'll do it forever. Just kidding. I'm probably not going to do it forever. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye!
The waters of the River Allura are calm. The murky surface unsettling to swim through, but eventually giving way to crystal clear blue that pushes into darker depths. Ladara, there's a moment of panic as you hit the water and are flailing, knowing your experience with swimming. You instinctually are caught up in breath, not wanting to, give way. Yeah, until you can no longer hold your breath and just release. But you breathe in the water as if it were air.
Oh, this is so weird.
Can we talk underwater?
Can we speak?
Yeah, sound travels underwater. It travels a little bit more like
muffled.
But
this is so weird.
Don't do that.
Can you put a filter over our voices?
Ooh, do some fancy shit, someone.
Yeah, I'll whoop something up.
I'll whip something up.
Or don't, no pressure.
We could, theater of the mind. Everybody listening, imagine we all sound a little bit funky.
Like Donald Duck.
Christian's like, can we please play Dungeons and Dragons, please?
I am playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Everyone eventually joins you, Ladara. Each in their different ways. A cannonball that displaces the water, and then a slow kind of just like slide into the water from Vincent, followed from everyone taking their dive. All of them having the exact same responses, save for maybe DeVille, who
maybe used to this sort of sensation, they just breathe, look, see. Down we go, I guess.
Oh, I guess so.
Did Bonnie come with us?
Bonnie's here too.
So it's Bonnie, Alana, DeVille, and then us three.
The squad.
Yeah. Bonnie would be fine. Bonnie has a way to make sure that her gun stays somewhat dry in this whole process. She's gonna figure out, or at least gonna figure out in some way.
Damn.
So, how all of you begin to descend downward. You can see a number of creatures that swim through these waters, river fish in packs of different shapes and sizes, and even further down, much larger creatures that lurk towards the riverbed, just displaced by movement in their back.
Oh, absolutely horrifying. Oh, I hate this.
Everyone just be quiet.
I'm not gonna panic.
No sudden movements. Slowly.
Go ahead and make stealth checks, everybody, please.
Jesus Christ.
22.
12.
22.
Okay. The majority were successes. As you push through these depths, as you get deeper and deeper and it gets darker and darker, you can see the glowing eyes, large eyes of creatures that slither and glide through the waters. But they do not seem to take notice of you all in this moment, as you are focused on those shimmering lights that get brighter and brighter as you approach them. Eventually, after swimming for quite a long time, getting a little close to the end of your form, Ladara, those lights begin to take shape. I don't even know if I want to mention the scientifics of water pressure, but I'm not going to. They did all the stuff they need to do. Don't get them on it. Anyways, reaching the riverbed, those lights begin to take shape. Those gleaming lights turn out to be the ends of these almost branches at the bottom of the river. But there's a multitude of them that just sort of twist around. Their ends all twinkling like bioluminescent starlight, all forming a tunnel that goes further down past the riverbed. What do you do?
You said, how long has it been since we got to the top?
I'll roll a little bit here.
How long does Ladara have again?
An hour.
Ladara, it's probably been, I'll say, if you're swimming at full speed, 20 minutes.
Jesus.
Say that. You've been swimming for a really long time to get this deep, and you're all fairly fast at swimming, I'll say, just for the sake of this.
You want to swim down?
Gotta make it quick for Ladara.
Let's go.
You flap your tail, then movements come naturally to you, as this is a almost freeing feeling of being able to just glide in whatever direction you want, being so fast at it too. But you push into this tunnel of twisting starlight. The branches glow and twinkle around you. You can almost hear the sound of just these like ding, 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 the slight ringing of a bell as you move through this cavern of roots, following the path for another 5 or so minutes before eventually you realize you're swimming up towards the surface. What are you doing?
Can I notice anything? Do I notice like any...
Make a perception check.
I'd love to.
Go for it.
May I also perceive?
Yes.
16.
20.
You don't see a lot of movement from past the surface, but there looks to be like a chamber up there. There's light shining from inside of it. This sort of very light, very, very like calm blue light that seems to extend into the inside of whatever chamber this surface is.
I can go first.
I'll follow.
All right.
I swim up first.
As you reach the surface, Azram, you can see a mossy structure of finely carved stone. Hanging from the ceilings, suspended in vines, are these almost like crystalline gems that you've never seen before that just alight this very calm blue light across the entirety of the inside of this chamber. And you can just make out that carved along the walls and the floor are these indents, like these etching trails that all form some kind of pattern, but you can't really make it out just from here. But nothing else seems to be inside of here.
Is there like a place for me to get up? Like, I can like walk around?
Yeah,
Like a
you can
shore?
just pull yourself out of the water there.
Okay, I do that.
Yeah. This surface is not just like this unintentional like failing of architecture where there's a hole in the place. There is almost like a place for you to pull yourself up and into this chamber. As you get up, you can see now that these etchings, you can make sense that they're depicting something, some image of some sort, but it's not immediately clear to you. And all the etchings all center at one end of the room, a door. Thick stone slabs with words written across it.
Can I read it?
You can. It's a much older language that you only really know by instinct almost. Just something that naturally has come to you since you were born. It says, "In freedom I sing a beautiful song. I make a beautiful noise." And all the etchings, they all coalesce above that door in a stone carving of two hands outstretched in offering. That's just part of the wall itself. But it's safe if you want to call your allies up.
Hey! I like put my head in the water. Hey!
Yeah, make a lot of noise, sure. Is it safe?
It looks safe. There's no one up here.
Okay.
All right. Shimmy on up.
Ladara has to stay in the water.
Ladara, go ahead and make a intelligence check for me.
I could polymorph you.
To have legs.
8.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure how you could get up out of there, but you can at least peek your head out and talk to
No.
them.
I don't know how to get
You can
out.
just chill there on the shore. Like
Deville
put your
can
arms up.
carry you.
I offer it up. Sure, I can offer that, but
You don't have to do that. It's all right.
okay.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
I would like to get. Like, I'll just sit here, I guess.
Do I know anything about the spell that Astrid cast? Or is there anything around here that... I don't know.
Arcana. You can make an Arcana check. Sure, just one.
Just like
28.
It seems like an augmented alter self spell, like some kind of augmented to really alter someone else, and then also to not have to hold on concentration on it. You're not sure how much freedom Ladara has to edit that code, etc. But it might just be one of those things that it could be edited with the intention of the person it's cast on. It just, you don't know exactly how that process goes. It might be something that she has to augment herself.
I mean, we're not going to be here for very long. We can just Be right back.
Do you
I'll
want
just sit here alone.
Do you want me to like stay back with you?
Oh,
I mean, if you need someone to carry you, like, I don't mind.
Bonnie's probably one of the strongest of all of us.
Yeah.
I
you can
would
just
offer.
sling you on like a backpack.
okay, sure. That works. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really want to sit here alone.
Come on. She reaches over and then pulls you up onto her back in like a piggyback.
But I have like one limb.
Yeah, just one. Yeah,
and a
yeah.
Tail flopping.
She takes her belt and just kind of pulls it tight and is like, okay, works for me right now.
Okay, this is comfy.
Ladara, do you know anything about magic? Have you
No.
ever you've cast like one thing? Do you
Yeah,
ever,
like two. That's
you ever
it.
tried to like just by the sheer force of your willpower like change a magic around?
Like do magic,
Yeah. If you just
I
try
can
really
try.
hard.
and I try to do something.
Roll
Think-
it up.
Think about legs.
I'm gonna do something magical.
Roll an augment check for me. Sure.
Just think about legs. Think about how you want to walk.
I'm thinking hard.
Just remember the sensation of your feet touching the earth.
15.
You're on Bonnie's back, suspended and held there by a belt. As you're really, really focusing. I want to walk. I don't want to just. This tail fin's really cool, but right now, kind of need use of my walking.
Kind of would like to do that.
You feel your legs begin to reappear as you watch, in a non-horrifying way, the tail just split
Magical.
into two regular legs.
You did
Did
it.
I do it?
I don't know how you're gonna swim back, but
Did I do
You
it?
can do. Yes.
Wait,
look,
how
look.
did I do that?
Yeah, Ladara, you did magic. Look at that. You got two legs.
That's very strange. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get back. You're correct. But I guess we could just think about that.
If you can do it
later.
once, you can do it again, right?
I'll just drag you.
Yeah, maybe I'll just test some more magic out. I guess. I don't-
Vincent's beaming.
I
He's
was
so
like
proud.
so confused. Like I don't know how I did that. Oh, okay. Well, I guess thank you, Bonnie, for the offer, but I'm good.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
okay.
still on,
Let me just
buddy.
undo the belt
Bonnie's
here.
back.
Yeah, sorry.
That sort of thing. Okay. Glad you figured it out. And Ladara, it is strange. You don't know how you did that. There was almost like a weird resonant feeling in yourself when you felt the magic hold on to you that's still there. And it just feels like you offered another resonant feeling to coalesce without one. And you altered Astrid's spell.
Vincent's so proud. He's so happy.
So, as you all step out, you see this door. You see these words in primordial, and you see these designs on the walls. What do you do?
So, Azram, what have you found? What is in here?
There's some nice drawings on the wall.
Some words.
What does that say?
In freedom, I sing in song. I make a beautiful noise in the tempest.
You can read this?
To the tempest.
To the tempest.
Oh no, actually, it's like to the tempest.
You can read this.
Yeah, Ladara, I know how to read.
Nothing
It's
I can read.
not that. I mean, I can't read it.
Oh.
It's the language of the primordial gods, the Vondric gods.
Oh, jeez.
Makes sense then. It's noise. Makes noise. Song.
Oh, no,
Tempest.
does this- Any of this look like anything to you?
Auda's sort of staring at you, and he just says, "Do you study this language?"
No, I don't think so. I just can kind of read it.
Oh,
Did you study it?
yes.
Is
I
it
had
is
to.
it like hard?
Extremely.
It's Mr. Special.
Anyways. He says,
Sorry,
little
bro.
salty.
No, it's
Um,
okay.
I bet you can read it better than I can.
You just kind of, you see his, a little bit of blush take his cheeks. He said, yeah. As
Okay.
DeVille cuts in and says, okay, so any idea what that means?
Vincent's looking around. He's like, song that makes a noise and noise.
Freedom.
There's a. Is there anything around
Bell.
me other than?
Freedom bell.
There's not a ton in this room currently. There's designs on the walls, which you can make a perception check to tell what they are.
Yeah, I'd love to.
To kind of really differentiate what is along those
Oh,
walls.
not bad. 19.
19?
10.
25.
Taking a look at the walls, etched into them are these elaborate designs that invoke the sense of nature and life. Crashing waves and vibrant forests and people that are tilling the land or living in harmony. None of them stick out to you fully as being a solution to this problem, but they just depict a time possibly far away, if that makes sense.
Maybe there's a song.
Maybe it's the tune, the sound, the
bell?
Frequency.
the frequency.
Like a freedom bell.
Could just be any song.
Did you try opening the door?
No, I can't. No. Adjnor walks up and opens the door.
You walk over to this door, no
Just swings
handles
open.
on it, kind of. It's not budging.
I don't think it's a door. It doesn't have any handles.
Well,
I've never seen a door without any handles, unless it was one of those automatic doors.
there's newfangled automatic doors. You said there are hands in the wall, like an offering?
Yeah, they're not like outstretched,
Asking-
pointing out of the wall, but they're just like
Etched into
like
it?
etched into
Okay.
it, like this.
2D.
Like I can't really do what I want to do, but like that, but like just kind of flat against the wall,
Okay, so
that sort of
yeah.
thing. But yeah, the only clue you have is that it says what it says on the door.
Are those crystals are up top, right? Not down here?
Yeah, they're up towards the ceiling, like suspended in vines, basically wrapped in vines,
Are
suspended.
we inside of the tree right now?
You don't really know where you are right now.
Does it look like I'm inside of a tree trunk?
I wouldn't. I would say no. It looks more just like a stone structure, like almost a temple of some kind.
Adjnor puts her hands on the wall and kind of starts feeling around. Anyone have any ideas on this at all?
DeVille, Alana, you guys have seen a lot.
Who among us can sing?
I can sing.
Astrid, why don't you start? Then just anything.
I'm here in the water cave. Freedom ringing, tempest high. Umberly, please come to us. Freedom ringing, tempest why.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
That's the same energy as that song from Avatar.
Secret
tunnel, secret tunnel.
It's a 9.
You begin to sing this tune, and you watch like a slight glow begin to appear on those hands that rises, and as soon as you stop singing, just kind of fades.
So singing, we have to sing.
Freedom.
Does anyone else know how to sing?
I don't, but I have a
I don't know.
flute.
I don't know if we have to make words. We could just make like tones if you do tones.
Laura, that was really good.
Really?
Go ahead and make performance checks with advantage, everyone. Holy shit.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Thank God. No, those are bad. Vincent's humming. He's like,
oh no.
mm,
22
22?
Wait, sorry, what was this?
performance.
Performance.
It's only a 15.
That's
for
an
me.
11.
Did you do with advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, from the base of what was sung, you all very uncomfortably go into this. You haven't had to sing in quite a while. I mean, you sang last night, but it was more just for fun and not for puzzles. But you sing out this tune that rings out into this harmony, and you watch as the hands alight fully.
We did it.
And you watch as from them, in those etchings, you watch water filled with that bioluminescence. This neon blue water begin to trickle through the cracks in the wall and fill the etchings across the room.
I'm sure this looks beautiful.
I see it.
Thank
in
you.
my
I
mi-
can't
in my
see it,
mind's
but I'm
eye.
sure it looks great.
If I close my eyes in there.
You watch that shining water fill each and every etching, causing this room to alight. Waves that crash upon distant shores are brought to life, people that shine brightly, almost animated, on the walls, and rivers flowing through vibrant forests. It all coalesces in the pool you entered as the water just pours into there. And the doors in front of you
Oh my gosh.
as they slide open into a much larger chamber.
Oh my God, it's just like Poseidon's Fury.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
It's so cool.
It's like we're there.
It's my favorite fucking ride.
Making your way. Oh, well, I should ask, do you continue forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
Making your way into the chamber. It's expansive. There's this almost like reverse pyramid sense where there are stairs that go down, almost like an amphitheater. That's just this square room that goes into these stairs that all end in the center. And down at the bottom, there are 4 large pools of water that are built into this place itself. From the ceiling hangs those beautiful crystals wrapped in vines, as well as just mossy leaves and plant life that has overgrown down here. And in the center of those 4 pools of water, these little bridges that expand out to meet it, you can see something that looks like an altar. Something. I'll ask this. Where do you go from here? There's something on the altar. You'll have to get closer to see what it is.
I would
I'd probably go straight down to it. You don't have a lot of time.
I'd probably walk down to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Keep an eye out to see if anything like pops out.
any
but-
traps, anything.
You make your way down the stairs, all of you just looking onward, your party members in awe of this space that's left untouched for who knows how long at this point. Eventually making your way to those bridges towards this center island almost, where the altar stands. And almost attached to the altar, jutting upward out of it, you can see a polished, beautiful tuning fork at the top of the altar.
That looks familiar.
Recognize it.
Can Azram grab it?
You put your hand on it and it seems to be wedged in there pretty well.
Here. I'll try. Can we just tap it from where it is?
Like flick it?
You flick the tuning fork, and the tone that resonates out of it, for lack of better words, both on your part and mine, It evokes the imagery of water drops. Just calm drops of water that echo through the room. Not like rain on a window or rain that pours. Just the calm sound of dripping water.
Is anything happening in those pools?
There is something happening in those pools. As that tone echoes outward, they're beginning to swirl. Small whirlpools forming in the 4 pools of water. The sound of light thunder above you. You watch that whirlpool invert itself, rising from the water straight upwards. As you watch the crystals above shatter as they reform around this spout of water, becoming more and more humanoid. This happens with all 4 pools as you all realize you are slowly being surrounded by creatures of pure water.
Oh my god.
And that's where we'll end.